So, hello there, people with internet, and hello again. I am TheMBmulti, and welcome to, this should be part 126 of my Jurassic World Evolution Let's Play series. And this is, again, for the time being, going to be the final episode of this series. Just like I did last time, I'm ending it off here because I've done all of the stuff, and I'll be picking this game back up again after I have, after new content is out. So, who knows, maybe by the time this video is out, there will already be some new stuff for me to explore, who knows. But anyway, this is going to be the final episode of the series, unless there's new stuff coming. And if there's no new stuff coming, then this will be the final episode of the series. Because I've already done the Jurassic World Evolution, the Return to Jurassic Park campaign. For a helicopter arrival. I've already done the Return to Jurassic Park campaign, and now I've done the Jurassic Park Sandbox Island. And today we're going to tour over the island. We're going to jump into one of the tour cars, and we're going to have a nice time in the park. So, yeah, the whole thing is to show you the entire park here. So we're going to start off here, of course, with our arrival helipads. The first thing that our visitors will see once they arrive here at Jurassic Park. And of course, as you just saw, there's just now one of these helicopters that have arrived. And then here they have like a little bar area and stuff, which is pretty funny to look at. So then when they like leave here, they can like go over here and grab a drink and just rest a bit after the long flight. And of course, other guests that have already been on the park, they can leave now. So they would have jumped on the helicopter and now are back on their way to the mainland. So yeah, and then here you enter the well, I don't even know what the hell's supposed to be in here. I guess just like information about the park, I guess, like feeding shows, where your hotel is. You can get your room keys to your hotel. I guess stuff like that. And then you just like wander out here. And then here we have our long, main street, essentially. I would have, of course, made this with the actual large path, but I can't do that because I don't have that path in Jurassic Park mode. But it still looks pretty cool. Then you exit the arrival area. And then you just go, you just look in this large line, and then you can see the visitor center there in the distance. And then also you can see the aviary over there. Right, also we have some of the signs here. Of course, aviary and visitor center is that way, and then the helipad is obviously here. So then here you have a huge line of primarily hotels, actually. Got Hotel 1, 8, 10 and 11. I've got 11 hotels in the park. And also here you go to our geothermal power stations. Even though we don't use them anymore because I turned unlimited power on. Also a couple... Oh, I need to increase the amount of stuff over here. Couple shops, so you can go and grab some souvenirs, grab something to eat for, of course, people that are over here. It's kind of unfortunate if they have to walk all the way to the other side. So we have got the Jurassic Cafe and a Jurassic gift shop over here. Also, we have an emergency bunker just in case, you know. Always better safe than sorry. And then, as you can see, it's very busy over here. And then we walk up to the visitor center. Well, the lake in front of the visitor center. So you have to walk around it. And then, unfortunately, still you can't enter it through here. But you can enter it through the side doors here. And then you'll have the... then you are at the visitor center. Then, of course, at these junctions, there are also these signs to guide people in the right direction. This is going straight to the visitor center. If you want to go to the aviary, you have to go this way. And, of course, we have to go back to get to the helipad. And then here you can already see the aviary in the background. As we continue to walk here, along with all these guests. And some Jurassic Park security staff. Restrooms, of course, also present along the sides. We have our service helicopter, just in case we need it. And of course our old Velociraptor pen, which was used to hold the velociraptors before we designed their proper paddock. It's empty now, but just in case we can use them, use the thing to get back in there. So yeah, we have some security guys up here. As you can see, more hotels, more restaurants, more restrooms. And this is the busiest of the busiest areas, because of course this leads to our tour, which is of course where everybody wants to go, because this is how you can see the dinosaurs. Well, most of the dinosaurs. There are a couple dinosaurs that you can see over here, and those are here. Our smallest dinosaurs in the park. They can run through the visitor areas if they want to, but they know better, so they stay in this area. Compsognathus. The smallest dinosaurs in the park. Which is why they are present in the visitor only area. Look at these guys, so incredibly tiny you can barely see them. So you can hear them chattering from time to time. Then here, of course, this is the area where the visitors can see them the most, because we've put the food out here, so as you can see, chances of you seeing them are larger over here. As you can see, even though they can easily run through, they know better, so they stay on that side. They're not really dangerous to guests, only if they are extremely hungry and gang up all together, but other than that, the guests are even safe if they wander out, so that's why we've put those dinosaurs there. And then, also, of course, the other main attraction in the visitor area itself is the aviary, which shows our pteranodons, our flying reptiles. So here we go. Our guests can have a little look at the flying reptiles of the Cretaceous, as our pteranodons are flying through the sky. Of course, there's mist being emitted from the top to keep the air nice and humid, which is just how they like it. Large rock formations with a lot of platforms for them to sit on. And of course rocks for them to sit on just in general. And then we have over there some walkways where people can also walk around in. So that they can even be very up close and personal with our pteranodons. So you see they're sitting on the custom-made platforms sometimes. Sometimes they're sitting on the rocks. So yeah, and then they fly through the sky like there's no tomorrow, without a care in the world. As you can see, they can also land over here, that they can do a little bit of fishing in the river below. So yeah, they are very majestic creatures. Woo! You can just spend hours looking at this. It looks very beautiful. And their sounds are very nice as well. Sounds that haven't been heard in the sky for 65 million years. Until now. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of activity in our aviary. Have some power boxes there to power the viewing area down below, and of course also to power the lights that are on during the night. Here we have the camera a bit closer to the top of the dome. Yeah, of course, our maintenance crew can, with these staircases, actually enter the area itself to do some maintenance if that's necessary. Oh, look at that. There's one sitting next to the walkway here. There you see all the guests walking in the background. So this is on one of the walkways. So yeah, our aviary. Teeming with life. Oh, whoa, hello. Anyway, so that is our aviary. And that basically concludes all the things that you can do in the visitor area. Well, of course, there should be, in theory, a whole lot of things you can do here in the visitor center and all around. But yeah, of course, I can't show you that because they're only in the thing. So the only thing to do now is to wait for a car to departure the Jurassic Park tour, so that we can take a tour around the park, which is where we will see most of our dinosaurs. 56 species in total. Alright, so here we are. We are in one of...
To the Jurassic Park tour, a comfortable and safe way to view the dinosaurs.
Exactly. We finally made it into one of the cars. It took a little while because we had some issues, which you didn't see because they were not interesting to record. But they've been fixed, so now it's time to show you guys my version of Jurassic Park is the Sorna. As I said, 56 dinosaur species to see. Spread over 220 dinosaurs on this entire island. So...
Your safety is important to us.
Yeah.
So please follow any instructions in case of an emergency.
So here we go. Approaching Dinosaur Land. During most of your tour, the appropriate information will be automatically selected and displayed for you. Simply touch the area of the screen displaying the appropriate icon. Oh, I've done it a bit too early, but whatever. Welcome to Jurassic Park. What they got in there, King Kong? Oh, it's still very cool how you can drive through that gate and shit. Don't think it gives any...
Electric motors cut down on noise pollution and so allow a more natural environment for the dinosaurs.
Yeah. I don't think it gives any like value to your tour or anything. It's just for aesthetic reasons. So yeah, there we go. We've now entered the dinosaur, the land of the dinosaurs. In our electric cars. Stop the line, spared no expense. We can already hear some dinosaurs, but those are not the first dinosaurs that we're seeing. If you look to the right, you can see a herd of the first dinosaurs on our tour, called Dilophosaurus.
Important to us. So
Shut
please
up!
follow any
I'm doing the tour thing.
in case of an emergency.
One of the earliest carnivores, we now know Dilophosaurus is actually poisonous, spitting its venom at its prey, causing blindness and eventually paralysis. This allowing the carnivore to eat at its leisure. This makes Dilophosaurus a beautiful but deadly addition to Jurassic Park. Well, it doesn't really look like the Dilophosaurus wants to show itself. Unless you guys have seen it. I haven't seen it. No.
Rangers
Damn!
dinosaurs' health by providing specialized medical care and restocking feeders for a nutritionally balanced diet.
Alright, so unfortunately we didn't see the Dilophosauruses, but we will be able to see some dinosaurs here in the North American Jurassic Safari, which has Brachiosaurus, Camarasaurus, Diplodocus, Apatosaurus, Dryosaurus, and Stegosaurus. So, Can you fight? Can you spot them all? Well, we already have a large Brachiosaurus here next to us. Eating from the feeder. Oh! Whoops, I'm going the wrong way.
Brachiosaurus's name is derived from the incredible height of her humerus. She is so famous there is an asteroid named after her.
You've got some Stegosauruses. And we see Diplodocus, and we see Apatosaurus, and over there, all the way in the distance there, we can see some Dryasauruses. Oh, we went through that paddock rather smoothly. Usually I see cars getting stuck here the whole time because the dinosaurs are walking on the tracks. But yeah, we went through that pretty smoothly. And pretty quickly, unfortunately, as well, but whatever. Would be even cooler if you could make, like, stops or something. Like you could make...
Chongqingosaurus is one of the smallest known stegosaurs.
Oh.
The name means Chongqing lizard, a reference to where the fossils were first discovered.
I can hear some Dryasauruses. Oh, there's some Dryasauruses on the other side. But yeah... We've already moved into another paddock, the Chinese Jurassic Safari, which has Gigantospinosaurus, as you can see 2 of them over here, Chongqingosaurus, Huayangosaurus, and Mamenchisaurus. So yeah, we can look at that. The entire Drysaurus herd is on the right there, and there's a Huayangosaurus.
Features unique spiked backplates for defense against predators.
But yeah, it would be really cool if you could add like manual stops to your tour track, because now of course the only way cars stop is if there's a dinosaur in front of them. But in the movie, they made the cars stop at the T-Rex paddock and wait a little bit so that they had a chance to watch the T-Rex. It would be really cool if you could do that here as well. Kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon-esque thing, but then again, Frontier has also made that Roller Coaster Tycoon game that I've forgot what the name was. What the hell is that game called again? Where you can make your own theme park. Forgot what the game is called, but you know, Frontiers made it as well. It's kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but then you can do a huge amount of things. Oh, yeah, Planet Coaster, that's what it's called. So it's kind of like Planet Coaster-esque, where you can like modify your tour track in such an advanced way. But then again, as I said, Frontier has done games like that before, so it's not like that's new to them. But yeah, that would be really cool if you could like make your tour car stop at certain points. So that of course, like next to paddocks where there are large carnivores, of course the carnivores that everybody wants to see, you can like stop them there. So you've got a bigger chance that you can see them. And then also for example, for paddocks like the Jurassic Safari, you could just like make a manual stop there so that the cars can sit there a little bit, so you have a better chance to have a little look at them. Because now essentially the car's just rushing through. Here we go. We can already see a little bit of the next paddock over on our right. But here we go, right in front of us we can see the humongous Mamenchisaurus, the largest dinosaur in this park. Not the largest dinosaur in the game, because that's Dreadnoughtus, but we don't have a Dreadnoughtus here, so Mamenchisaurus is the largest dinosaur in the park.
Mamenchisaurus is a large sauropod.
She's looking over there.
Long neck. She lived in what is now China, and her name means Mamenchi lizard in reference to where fossils have been found.
Oh god, I think we're going to be hit here for a little bit.
Warning.
Oh, there we go.
Jurassic Park tour vehicle under attack.
Well, everybody's scared now. Look at them. Yeah, I've got 3 Mamenchisauruses and I've got 4 of everything else. So here's a Chongqingosaurus, 1 of 4. And over there are some Huayangosauruses.
Possesses large spatula-shaped teeth, meaning she can chew plant matter rather than use gizzard stones as other sauropods do.
Oh. Uh-oh, we're gonna be hit again, I think. You're not stopping, are you? No?
Jurassic Park tour vehicle under attack.
Aw. It's very cute, Chunkingosaurus, but... And there he goes. Right, luckily they weren't very aggressive, so that's good. Right, so yeah, you see here we had a bit of a more chance to admire the dinosaurs because we got stopped there a little bit, so... Also would love if you could manually add stops. That would be really cool.
Its name means Huyang lizard, from the region they were first recovered.
Alright, so that was Chinese Jurassic. Now we're moving over to Chinese Cretaceous. As you can see, there are a lot of dinosaurs in here. Oh, there we go, we can see another tour car. Right, we have... Oh god. A collision with a Crichtonsaurus!
Tour vehicle under attack.
Help! 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 Move, Crichtonsaurus, please!
Warning. Jurassic Park tour vehicle under attack. Archaeornithomimus was first discovered in dig sites
Wow.
located in China. They are social creatures and prefer to live in large groups.
Right, how about we just... switch to this car instead. The one that isn't smashed up. Alright, anyway. Before we got the fright of our life, even without a carnivore, let me just tell you where dinosaurs are in Cretaceous China's paddock.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming storm.
Oh, there's a storm incoming. Well, the dinosaurs that are being kept here in Cretaceous China's paddock are Archaeornithomimus. As you can see, there's a herd in front of us. Titan over there at the feeder. Centaurosaurus, all those other guys back there. Sinoceratops, which is the guy that you can see at the back.
Storm warning level has been raised.
What else? Homalocephalae. And one Crichtonsaurus, one very lonely Crichtonsaurus. So those are all the dinosaurs that we have here in the Cretaceous China paddock. We can't even hear the storm outside this car. The sound, the noise cancellation inside this car is remarkable, to say the least.
This vehicle is powered by an electric motor and can travel at speeds of up to 20 miles per hour.
So yeah, there are a lot of dinosaurs in here, and also a lot of different dinosaur families. Yeah, now we've moved around the lake, so we can have a little bit of a more... Oh, there we go, we can see a very small Homalocephalae at the edge of the lake. So yeah, Centaurosaurus, as you can see, a large herd of up front here. Titan, the largest dinosaurs here in this paddock. Sinoceratops, Homalocephalae, and Archaeornithomimus, and one Crichtonsaurus.
Conditions have started to pass.
There is our Crichtonsaurus near the rock formation. And here we have a Centaurosaurus. Look at you! So cute. There we have the Archaeornithomimuses on the other side. We can see the Crichtonsaurus on the far right. Sinoceratops in front of us. And again, an Archaeornithomimus walking around over there. And the Titans are moving as well, as you can see over there. The Sinoceratops have spread out in this area, the Sinoceratops herd. Grazing in this general area. And then we can see a Homalocephalae running around.
Frill pattern surrounded by smaller tusks. They are about the same weight as our modern rhinos.
Yeah, they also kind of have the same size as well. Yeah, it's Centaurosaurus. So there we go. We've made it past... Oh, there we go. There's another car coming through there. The timing is perfect on this tour, you have to say. Alright, so now we've seen a whole bunch of Jurassic and a bit of Cretaceous herbivores. It's off to some Jurassic carnivores. Over here, starting on the left, we could...
Allosaurus's ability to open her jaw
Exactly.
extremely wide
Yeah, we have some Jurassic carnivores. Starting off there with the top predator of the Jurassic, the Carnotaurus, the Allosaurus, rather. We've seen both of them there. Then over here we have another dinosaur from the Jurassic, the Ceratosaurus. No, we can't see them just yet. Talk about Centaurosaurus over there.
A tubed structure reduces weight while remaining relatively strong.
Oh, there we go. We can see the other final Jurassic carnivore over there, all the way on the far left. Metriacanthosaurus, a European Jurassic carnivore. But now we're turning about, so now we have a better look at them. And there you can see the Metriacanthosauruses, both of them over there. Even when I'm looking at the Ceratosaurus paddock from this side, I still can't see them. Which makes me wonder where they are. But yeah, we can see Metriacanthosaurus. Again, it's a bit unfortunate that I have research binoculars, but I can't use them while I'm in the car. I can use these night vision goggles, which are not necessary because it's bright daylight outside, but unfortunately I can't use the binoculars because that would be easier, because then I can actually, of course, have a better look at the Metriacanthosaurus and stuff. Anyway, so that was the first part of our park. Mostly Jurassic dinosaurs and a bunch of Cretaceous as well. And now we have to travel a little bit further for the second and final area of the park, which is also the largest area, in which we exclusively have...
Every dinosaur you see
Stop interrupting!
of meticulous work from a wide-ranging team, including geneticists, handlers, and scientists.
Stop interrupting! The boulder will... Fine! You were right the first time. The boulder crushes you. But anyway, we have exclusively Cretaceous dinosaurs in this section of the park. So that's going to be interesting. Actually, is that right? Is that true? I think it's true. I think we only have Cretaceous dinosaurs in here.
Tour vehicles are remotely controlled and monitored from the Jurassic Park control room.
Yes, indeed. Where Ray starts up the tour program. Anyway, first paddock here on our second half of the island, which is our Gallimimus Valley, as you can see by the sign. Should be a flock of 10 Gallimimus in here, and I clicked the wrong button. There we go. Apologies. What the hell? If I go back one, I go to this entire different car. I wouldn't expect to go to the car right behind me, but apparently that's not how it works. Alright, here we go. We've got our herd of Gallimimus in front of us.
Gallimimus was first discovered in China and lived during the Cretaceous period. They are one of the largest known ornithomimids.
Yeah, look at that. They're larger than the car, essentially. So yeah, as I said, there's a herd of 10 in here. Whoa. They're running all around. Alright, so those were the Gallimimuses. And then here we move over to our Ankylosaurid safari area, which houses Ankylosaurus, Nodosaurus, and Euplocephalus. So it has essentially all the...
Ankylosaurus's heavily armored backplates protect her from most attacks, and her club tail acts as an effective melee weapon in defense.
So you've got pretty much all of the North American Ankylosaurids. I keep fucking pressing that button. So here we go. You can see the Ankylosauruses here. Those guys in white and green at the back, those are the Euplocephalus. And there we go. These smaller guys without a club tail are the Nodosaurus. Ankylosaurus are the largest ones. So it's easy to differentiate them all. Look at them. Right, so that was...
Dawn uses her spiked thumbs to
No, shut up. We aren't there yet.
or to strip leaves from branches.
That's Europe. We're not in Europe yet. Alright, here we go. Now we are moving to the other North American Cretaceous safari, which also has a lot of different dinosaurs. As we can see over here are Sauropelta in front of us. We also have Parasaurolophus, Edmontosaurus, Corythosaurus, Struthiomimus. And I believe that's it. Look at them. So yeah, Corythosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Edmontosaurus, Struthiomimus, and Sauropelta. Oh yeah, and Maiasaura. That's the one that I forgot.
This a most distinctive dinosaur. The name means near-crested lizard.
Yeah, that's Parasaurolophus. Over there we can see some Struthiomimuses. So we have all the ornithomimids in the game in my park. Acrocanthosaurus, Gallimimus, and Struthiomimus. And I believe we also have all the Hadrosaurs. And we almost have all the Stegosaurus. The only Stegosaurus that I don't have is Kentrosaurus. And we also almost have all the sauropods. The only sauropod I don't have is Dreadnoughtus.
Struthiomimus has large eyes and no teeth, but with 4 limbs and longer claws than other genera of its type.
Oh! And here is a Maiasaura. Blocking our path. And then heading into the woods over there. Yeah, it's awesome. And then we can see some dinosaurs in the distance. A Parasaurolophus under a tree. Some of the Edmontosauruses and the Maiasaura at the lake. Alright, now we move over to the second part of our North American Cretaceous safari. This area consists of only ceratopsids.
3 horns serve to make Triceratops one of the best-known dinosaurs, and this makes her a popular attraction.
Here we have a ceratopsid safari, featuring, well, we've got her right in front of us, Triceratops, Horridus, which means horrible 3-horned face, which is very unfair because it's an absolutely beautiful dinosaur, Styracosaurus, and we also have Torosaurus and Nasutoceratops in here. Yeah, the Ceratopsid Safari is located around this little lake, as you can see over here. And also we have some redwood trees.
In a region of rivers and floodplains, these became more swamp-like as the western interior sea encroached deeper into their habitat.
So over there we can see a Torosaurus lying right at the beach. And there we have another Torosaurus right next to us on the road. And if you look carefully, you can see a Nasutoceratops looking straight at us over there. So a large herd of ceratopsids. Very cute, very beautiful, but if they need to defend themselves, they are not scared. They can easily do that if they want to.
Time as T-Rex. They were mortal enemies then, and they remain so to this day.
Yeah, mortal enemies, Tyrannosaurus and Triceratops. Of course, we're not putting them together in the paddock, but if they were to meet each other, then I'm fairly sure that it would go down pretty significantly and very heavily. Alright, so now that we've passed through Cretaceous North America, we're moving over to Cretaceous Europe, because in Europe also the dinosaurs flourished during the Cretaceous. Here we have a herd of Iguanodon, one of the most successful herbivores to have ever lived. And along with all these Iguanodon, there should be one Pulacanthus as well. But the Iguanodon family is one of the most widespread dinosaur herbivores in ever.
Mid-Jurassic and late Cretaceous periods.
Yeah, as you can see, they live from mid-Jurassic to late Cretaceous, so they even spanned, like, a lot of years. Oh. Well, even though the tour is disabled, we're still going strong. Well, I'll just really quickly...
Understood.
do that. Oh, it's up there at the Pachycephalosaurus area. Oh, there's our Pulacanthus. It's a good thing I reset it, because otherwise, of course, I wouldn't be able to continue.
Is powered by an electric motor and can travel at speeds of up to 20 miles per hour.
Alright, so right now we really quickly hop back into North America Cretaceous, as we have our Pachycephalosaurid safari, which features Pachycephalosaurus, Dracorex, and Sticky Moloch. And that car over there is right in the middle of a Sticky Moloch meeting. Well, as you can see, it's pretty busy over here.
Pachycephalosaurus lived in North America. She is one of the last non-avian dinosaurs before the Cretaceous Paleogene extinction event about 65 million years ago.
Yeah. Alright, so now we move over to North America. North Africa Cretaceous, where we have Uranosaurus over here, which is another iguanodon today. And we also have Nigersaurus, which is a bit odd since it's a sauropod living in the Cretaceous. And that's odd because most sauropods lived during the Jurassic. But North Africa and South America are the best known exceptions to this rule.
Albeit much smaller than that of the iguanodon, not at all dangerous to predators.
So yeah, now we have the Nigersauruses, which kind of look like a very small version of a Diplodocus. And there we have another one. And some iguanodons running around. The iguanodons are even larger than these things, so they're very small sauropods. And as I said, it's odd that there are sauropods in the Cretaceous, because most of the sauropods were already extinct by that time. Right, so here we enter North America Cretaceous again. However, this time we go to a different type of...
There's large spines running along her entire back and supporting a sail that she uses for display, thermoregulation, and energy storage.
Yeah, we have more ceratopsids here from North America. Chasmosaurus, which is this guy, and Pentaceratops, which is that guy. So we have some more North American ceratopsid dinosaurs. Right, and then we go to the final herbivores of our tour. Our Australian...
Pentaceratops
Oh,
possesses a
no, not Pentaceratops.
She uses her tough beak with a tooth battery in her upper jaw to consume vegetation like ferns and cycads.
Yeah, here we have our Australian hadrosaurs, Motaburosaurus, which lived in Australia and around Antarctica, which were some of the only places in the world during this time that had seasons. The entire world was like a tropical rainforest by that time, but Australia and Antarctica were so far away from the equator that they actually had seasons. So there was snow during the winter, and there was
Saurus is a bird-like
green areas during the summer.
lived in Australia. Her name means Muttaburra lizard, after the location it was first discovered.
Warning. Jurassic Park tour vehicle
Whoa!
under attack.
Oh god, please don't destroy our
Warning.
car.
Jurassic Park tour vehicle under attack.
Yeah, that's right, just keep walking. It's nice to be up close and personal, but that was a bit too up close and personal. So yeah, Motaburosaurus, which of course in my mind are mostly known from the Walking with Dinosaurs documentary. But yeah, they're very cool.
Deinonychus once hunted across North America, and their discovery led to a dramatic change in how dinosaurs were perceived, namely that birds are descended from dinosaurs.
Yeah, and here we have our first Cretaceous carnivores. Deinonychus, a pack of them. Which are my favorite dinosaurs from this game in particular. But yeah, a Dromaeosauridae type dinosaur that lived in North America. And then we go to the most famous raptors of all, Velociraptor, which are on the paddock next to here.
All species of dinosaur have different requirements for care. We put their needs first and develop bespoke approaches for each species.
Right, I can't really see Velociraptor. They're pretty far back in the paddock, I think, because I can't really see them. No, well, we should have a little bit of a second chance to see them at the end. Right, here we have some more dangerous carnivores, all the way over there. Carcharodontosaurus, mortal enemies of the guys here on the other side, of Tyrannosaurus and stuff. They would often be hunted down by a Carcharodontosaurus or two.
And may be hiding in nearby forest.
And also Spinosaurus, but Spinosaurus are further up on the tour. So that was Carcharodontosaurus. We should hopefully see them a bit more afterwards. And here we have Acrocanthosaurus. Another very large carnivore from North America this time. No? Yes? No, South America, I think. I believe they're from South America. But yeah, look at these menacing looking guys.
Saurus features large spines running along her back, giving her a name that translates to high-spined lizard. These spines differ from Spinosaurus in that they support a ridge of muscle rather than a sail.
Yeah, so that was Acrocanthosaurus. It's pretty funny because Acrocanthosaurus means high spine lizard, and then I believe Metriacanthosaurus means medium spine lizard or something like that. Which is pretty funny. I don't even know if there is a low spined lizard,
For safety, it
because that would be pretty funny as well.
please follow any instructions in case of an emergency.
Yeah, we can already have a little bit of a look at our main attraction. But hopefully we'll be seeing some more of them soon. A bit closer. Alright, so then here we have a little bit of a closed off area because the most dangerous carnivores are in here. So I've made a separate section to close it off. Also in the middle here we have another dinosaur. As I said, I was going to do one more paddock in the middle and I didn't really mention what it was going to be. I was thinking of Proceratosaurus, but eventually I haven't done that. Instead I've done
Are an ideal live food source for our
goats,
visitors.
yeah.
They have been known to display social cues to a carnivore and be its dinner moments later.
Lol. Anyway, in this paddock we have Myungosaurus. There we go, we can see one guy walking up over there. Anyway, here we have a bit of a second chance. Oh, of course. When I was driving past the Carcharodontosaurus paddock before, they were on this side, and now I'm driving on this side, they're on the other side. So Carcharodontosaurus doesn't really want to be seen today. Alright, anyway, here we have some other dinosaurs to look at.
Want something memorable to take home with you?
Eating a goat over there.
Available to purchase at the gift shop.
We have Albertosaurus. The predecessor to Tyrannosaurus Rex. And we have two of them, as you can see. Then here we have a larger dinosaur. The Suchomimus. Also, you can, the whole time you can look to the left here to try and find a Myungosaurus, but of course The dinosaurs here on the right are a bit more interesting in my mind. There we have our Suchomimuses.
Suchomimus is a spinosaurid dinosaur found in Africa. The name means crocodile mimic because of her crocodile-like snout.
I can hear goats.
Is better suited for hunting fish, so her diet has been supplemented with a new fish option to better mimic her natural surroundings.
Right, and over there we can see in the far distance, that's definitely not where I place their feeders, so they just don't want to be seen. Spinosaurus, both of them. All the way over there. So yeah, unfortunately they didn't really want to be seen today. Much like many of the other carnivores, to be honest. And here, of course, we have our main attraction, Tyrannosaurus Rex, in their North American Cretaceous Park.
Theropod predator originally found in Madagascar. Her name means Mayunga lizard, which references an older spelling for the location where it was discovered.
I can hear some T-Rex noises here on the right. So let's hope that we have a bit of a... that we have the opportunity to look at a T-Rex. Also in this paddock, by the way, we have troodons running around. There we have the goat feeder.
Ranger teams look after a dinosaur's health by providing
Ah, there we can see the T-Rex.
and restocking feeders for a nutritionally balanced diet.
And then in theory we should see some troodons running around. But I don't know how well we can see them or not. No, I can't really see the troodons. Well, maybe you guys have seen them, but I haven't really.
Electric motors cut down on noise pollution and so allow a more natural environment for the dinosaurs.
Alright, so there we go. That was that. Finishing it off with, of course, our most popular dinosaur, the T-Rex. And then it's just a small drive back to the visitor area. And then you can exit the tour car and then you can go back to your hotel and drink and eat something and whatever. So yeah, that was our tour of Jurassic Park.
Night vision goggles are available in the glove compartment.
Didn't really face too many major stops, so it takes about 36 minutes to get around the park without major stops. Of course, major stops are the most fun because it allows you to stay in the dinosaur area a bit more. Looks like there is a bit of damage here to our car. I just noticed, but whatever. So as you can see, we can already see some of the buildings in the distance there, which means we're getting back to the visitor area. It looks very dark in here, as if it's raining, but it's just the shadow of the mountains.
Represents countless hours of meticulous work from a wide-ranging team, including geneticists, handlers, and scientists.
And there we can see the strangest creatures walking around. It's a good thing you build a huge ass cage to contain them. Those are Homo sapiens. Anyway, and you can also have a little bit of a look at the aviary. And if you're very, very, very skillful, you can have a little look at the Compsognathus as well. Because we drive past the back of the Compsognathus paddock. So there we go. We've made it back to the visitor area. No, she's trying to find a Compsognathus.
It is necessary to transport a dinosaur to another enclosure or to the mainland. Such actions are taken by the highly trained ACU teams.
What the hell are you talking about? We don't have an ACU team here. We only have rangers. So yeah, we can have a little bit of a look at the back of the aviary. And this is at the back of the Compsognathus paddock. There we can see our... there we go. We can see some of the pteranodons flying around as we drive behind the aviary. And then we make it back to the tour area where we started. And that was an entire tour of the park. There we go. So that is a tour of my version of Jurassic Park Isla Sorna. Right, well, let's really quickly go over to some of the dinosaurs that we weren't able to see on the tour. For example, Dilophosaurus. As you can see, they do have a large area of forests, and they don't really like to be seen from time to time. But well, if there was a car driving past here right now, they would actually be able to see them. Because this guy is at the feeding station. So yeah, Dilophosaurus. Well, let's just make a really quick tour, but then just in the free cam. Then here we have our Jurassic Safari with our Brachiosauruses. I really love the skins on the Brachiosauruses. They look very cool. Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus. Oh yeah, Camarasaurus. I didn't even mention Camarasaurus, I believe. Camarasaurus, Diplodocus, Dryosauruses running around. And Stegosaurus as well. So yeah, it's a very busy paddock here. North America during the Jurassic. But it looks very cool. I really love how you can see like the huge sauropods just slowly moving about. And then you see the little... They're still large, but a bit smaller in comparison. Stegosauruses just kind of like standing there and walking. And then through all of that you see the Dryosauruses skittering through, just wandering about and then just very quickly running through. Looks very nice. Then here we have the Chinese Jurassic area. With Gigantspinosaurus, Chunkingosaurus, Huyangosaurus, and Momentosaurus. Wow, don't know why you're wandering all the way over here. But there's not really any water here, and you're pretty thirsty. Same with this Huyangosaurus. Right, then over here we... wow, look at him! He's like, so this is how our country, my territory looks like about over a couple million years. Because this is the same as this, but then this is a couple million years later. Look at him. He's just standing here. It's very cool. He's looking over. It's like, interesting. But yeah, here we have the Cretaceous Chinese safari. Wow, okay, that's making a lot of noise. The Cretaceous Chinese safari, which has Archaeornithomimus, Tintaosaurus, Sinoceratops, where are you? Olorotitan. Then, if you are very lucky, you're able to find a Himalocephale in here. And there's also only one very lonely Quicktonsaurus wandering about, but he likes to be that on his own. Where is oh, there. They're all the way over here. Here we have our Himalocephale. They've kind of like spread out over here, and they're eating the grass. Ah, and this guy's going to eat from the feeder. I love how he jumps on the metal thing. It looks very cute. These dinosaurs look very cute in general, to be honest. And then the same thing kind of with them as with the Dryasauruses in the other paddock. These guys, well, you see the very large dinosaurs like the Titan, for example, just very slowly wandering about. You see these Dryasauruses scampering through from time to time, you know? So there we go. The Titan is going to eat something here. Ah, and these two Titans are going to sleep on either side of the road. Yeah. You see this guy's eating. Then we have the other Drysaur. Oh, look at that. All the Drysaur, the Homalocephalae, I mean, have arrived. Oh, look at them. They're so cute. Cutesy guys, look at them. Oh, they're gonna socialize here. Oh, look at them. And another one arrives. I believe I have 5 or something in here, right? No, 4. Okay, only 4. So these are all the Homalocephalae. 2 male and 2 female. Oh, look at them all socializing. In the middle of the road. Oh, there's no car coming, so it's fine. And these are dinosaurs. I mean, what the hell are they supposed to know about roads? Anyway, so that is Cretaceous China. I also really like the Centaursauruses, by the way. They look very cool. I like the skin. Also like the one lonely Quicktonssaurus wandering around here. Just like being like, just leave me alone. You guys can be social together and shit. I'll just be on my own here. And then we have our Sinoceratopses. The only ceratopsids to be found outside of North America. At least the only one in the game that is outside North America. Alright, then over here we have some Jurassic carnivores. The Allosaurus starting out with them. 2 of them. Then here, we didn't see them during the tour, but they're here, luckily. Ceratosaurus. A bit smaller, medium-sized carnivore. A threat to Dryasauruses alike. And then over here we have a dinosaur from the European Jurassic era. The Matriacanthosaurus. Which I believe was like the largest carnivore in Europe. Which isn't a lot if you look at all the dinosaurs you find everywhere else, but... still, they're pretty cool. I mean, for Europe, it's at least something. And the skins look nice. Oh, this guy's the alpha. Right, and then we go to this area. Here we have the Gallimimus Valley. An area with 10 Gallimimuses. Sounds like a bunch of chickens. Or turkeys, rather, actually. Chicken would make sense because Gallimimus means chicken mimic. Alright, and then over here we have the sort of Ankylosaurid safari with Ankylosaurus, Nodosaurus, and should be in here somewhere too, Euoplocephalus. Only 2 of them. And there are 4 Ankylosauruses, which are the largest ones. Then here we have the rest of the Hadrosaur safari of North America, Cretaceous. With Edmontosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Corythosaurus, Maiasaura. And if you can find them, Struthiomimus. With them, we have all the ornithomimids in the paddock, in this park. We also have all the Hadrosaurs and almost all the Stegosaurs and almost all the sauropods as well. Right, here we have the Ceratopsid North American Safari, Triceratops, Nasutoceratops, Torosaurus over here, and of course Styracosaurus. Also really like the look of this paddock with all the ceratopsids. And here we have our Nasutoceratopsis. Then here we have Europe, Cretaceous Europe Safari with Iguanodon, a herd of Iguanodon and one Pulacanthus. Over here we go back to Cretaceous North America with the Pachycephalosaurid paddocks Safari. I mean, Sticky Moloch challenging our Pulacanthus. It has Sticky Moloch. Oh, these are all the Sticky Molochs. Dracorex over here. And Pachycephalosaurus. And then over here we have the North African Safari, Cretaceous, with Nigersaurus and Uranosaurus. Then we go back to North America Cretaceous again with Pentaceratops and Chasmosaurus. And then finally we hand over to Australia for Muttaburrasaurus. And then we have all the herbivores in the park. Then here we have some Cretaceous carnivores. Deinonychus, as I said, my favorite dinosaurs in the game. I love the skins, and I love the just the look of the dinosaur in general. Yeah, the skins are very cool. The tiger skin is very amazing, and then I unlock the vivid skin, and it looks absolutely awesome. And it looks like most of them are taking a nap now. Right, here we have the Velociraptors. We didn't really see them very well during the tour. I also really love these skins, because they're from the movie. And these ones are also from the movie, but primarily I will recognize them from Operation Genesis, these skins. So yeah, they're... here's our Velociraptor pack. With the Jurassic Park 3 skins on them. Really cool. I especially love the frills on the back of his head of this guy. The male Velociraptor. Ooh, look at this. His eye is a bit spazzing out from time to time, but other than that, he's pretty badass. Alright, then we move over here to this asshole who moved back and forth between the paddock just so that I couldn't see him all the time. Carcharodontosaurus. Which has been a while since we've done a Carcharodontosaurus in our parks. Of course, put them right next to these guys, because this guy would have hunted them during their time together. Because they lived in somewhat the same area. Well, especially Uranosaurus. So yeah, Carcharodontosaurus. Where's the other? There he is. Oh, you were sleeping over there, okay. Oh, I guess my mind camouflaged him as a rock then or something. Right, then next to them we have the Acrocanthosaurus. There we have the Acrocanthosaurus sleeping in the shadow of the tree. Look at them. The other guy's eating. And this girl over here is sleeping. I usually make like the first few dinosaurs are the male dinosaurs and the second few dinosaurs are the female dinosaurs. So in theory this would be the male Acrocanthosaurus and this would be the female Acrocanthosaurus. Right, so then we go over here. And we go to the Mayungasaurus. Which you couldn't really see either because they stayed far away from the fence while I was in the tour car. So yeah, here we have the Mayungasaurus paddock, which is in the middle of this. Here we have our... Where is he? This one. The Albertosaurus paddock. Which has the very good looking Albertosauruses. It's unfortunately they don't have that ridiculous scream from Operation Genesis. They've got a proper... they've got like a generic kind of like scream right now. Then over here we have the swamp area of the Suchomimus. Which looks very cool. The swamp area and the Suchomimus as well. I especially love this skin with the red and black. Looks very cool. So yeah, this would be the male Suchomimus, and we're now looking at the female Suchomimus. If my thing is correct. Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, they're just skins. It's not like actual genders or anything, but I feel like that's... I usually do it like that. And then next to them we have their bigger and scarier version, which is the Spinosaurus paddock. Here we have Vivid Spinosaurus, and next to him we have Wetland Spinosaurus, which is the female Spinosaurus. Suchomimuses are having a bit of a dispute over there. And the Spinosauruses are now actually being nice, and they're standing right next to the fence, so that tour cars can see them. No, they're going to fight, yeah. Right, and then the river continues, and then we go to the main attraction, the final paddock of the game. Of the park, I mean, sorry. The game. Which has, as you can see, Troodon. Over here. But the sound that you just heard definitely wasn't a Troodon. You can see these guys are scared a bit, running around. Because this is the paddock of Tyrannosaurus Rex. Here we have our male T-Rex eating, and we have our female T-Rex sleeping in the shade over there. I really like this skin. Looks kind of, sort of semi-purple-ish, kind of very, very far away, but primarily like ochre, like red, kind of. And then here we have this T-Rex, which looks like the one from Operation Genesis, the green one. So I feel like this is the female T-Rex, because it's a bit of a camouflage color. And then the male T-Rex has this sort of like red-brown purplish color, which kind of is necessary for him to stand out, because then he can attract females and stuff, you know? And they're, well, at least these two T-Rexes are monogamous, so they'll stay together until the very end. And then, yeah, of course, they got a nice forested area over here with the river. And then the area next to here is, yeah, it's rocks. In theory, it should be volcanic ash. This area, a volcanic ash plain, but there's no volcanic ash in the game. So rock is a good alternative in my mind, because it's dark and black looking, so it's kind of, it achieves the same goal. And then we have a little bit of plants, like a little bit of vegetation popping up here and there, but primarily it is this rocky looking area. And then here we have the T-Rexes having a bit of a scuffle here in the shade of the mountain. And our male T-Rex is scared. Well, female T-Rexes were larger and more aggressive, so that would make sense. And I guess these are like Troy and Tracy then, because I usually name my male and female T-Rexes Troy and Tracy. And then you just go up for the tour and get back here. So there we go. That is a tour of my entire park. Jurassic Park, Isla Sorna. Completely done. 5 stars. 220 dinosaurs divided over 56 different species. Got a island rating. Got a good 5-star island rating. Got a dinosaur rating of 21,301. Even though I only needed to hit 5,000. So I've quadrupled that, kind of. And the facility rating is absolutely awesome. No injuries whatsoever to report. 11 hotels. Almost 100 rating on all the guys. And there's a bit of welfare penalty, because that's probably dinosaurs that haven't eaten yet for some strange reason. So yeah, that is it for this episode. That's also it for this Let's Play for the time being. I'm ending it off here. As I said, if there is new content coming up, I will make more videos. If there will never be another update again, then this is going to be the final episode of this series. 126 episodes in the series, and possibly more if there's more stuff coming over. So, whew, it's an awesome game. It is a very awesome game. It was a bit lacking in stuff to do after when it was released, but over the time with all the DLC and all the updates, the free updates and the DLC that they've pumped out over time, it is definitely a very good game. It's still not fantastic. I still wouldn't consider this to be like the best dinosaur building game to have ever made, and like to have like, you don't bother making another dinosaur building game because you can't nail it better than this kind. It's not like that. There's still a whole bunch of things that I would like to see improved. I like that the cars can be damaged by dinosaurs, but the way they've done it is a bit weird. Kind of wish you could also make Jurassic Park's modes like you do with Jurassic World modes, like with an actual path and then visitor viewing domes, viewing platforms, that you don't only have to do it with the car. You can choose to do it, but you don't have to. That would be awesome if you could do it like that. But primarily I would love to have an island generator, just like in Operation Genesis. That would be absolutely awesome if you could generate your own island. Make it as flat or as mountainous as possible, make it as small or as large as possible, and then you can easily fit all 67 dinosaur species on the island, or you can struggle to only put one dinosaur paddock in there, and then you can make challenges yourself by generating the island in any way you want. Of course, as I said, you can make the island extremely large and very flat, and then you can easily fit all 67 species on here, or you can make the island extremely small and extremely mountainous, and then you can struggle to make your own to make the mission a success, you know? That would, if they would add that, then it would really go into the direction of, if they would add that and fix all those issues that I've mentioned, and also a couple that I have mentioned in previous episodes, like the tours being a bit weird, people walking right next to paddocks doesn't count for visibility, you know? If they would fix all of that stuff, and add an island generator, then I think it would be kind of very, very close to don't bother making a dinosaur game because this is the best you've got that's will have ever existed. Of course, there's still things that could be added still to do more depth, like more terrain tools, more different types of trees, more different types of biomes, different requirements for dinosaurs. Different ways for dinosaurs to escape their paddocks instead of bashing their head and destroying the fence, like dinosaurs climbing over or something like that. Dinosaur fighting could be a bit different, like. But then again, that's if they were to address all of that and then add a sandbox, a island generator, then it would definitely be don't bother making another dinosaur game because these guys have nailed it down. So it's not there yet, but who knows? Maybe in a few years this will be the best dinosaur game for the millennium or something, I don't know. But anyway, those are my final thoughts on the game. I guess now I should give you some advice whether you guys should buy it or not. Well, of course, if you like dinosaurs and like Jurassic Park and stuff, then of course it is an interesting game to buy. If you've seen me doing it, you should have a bit of a clear image of what the game is about as well. I suggest if you've been watching my videos and you've been enjoying my 126 episodes on the series and you haven't bought it yet, definitely do it. If you're able to spend 126 episodes with me on this game, you haven't bought it yet, then I'm very sure that you'll enjoy the game on your own. But yeah, the only thing is that there's not a load of replayability. It is of course a good thing that they've added a special section, a special section on Sandbox. A special section. You see, Sandbox is in a separate section because this is the entire this is campaign, this is campaign, this is campaign. This is just to unlock shit, and this is completely separate. So you can like this is Sandbox. You know, you can just mess around after you've unlocked all the shit in here. And these 4, you can go here and mess about. And that is what I really like about this. That adds a lot more replayability once they added this one. But yeah, what would be really, really more replayability is an island generator. They could call it like Mystery Island or some shit like that. And then, because I feel like they really want to tie shit into the lore. So, like, just adding a random island generator doesn't really make a lot of sense. So they could call it like Mystery Island or whatever, like some sort of weird island. Like the 6th island of the 5-island chain that was mysteriously there right next to the Sanctuary Island or some shit like that. And that is like a sort of Bermuda Triangle kind of islands where you can, which explains why you can make it different every time or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the game and whether you should buy it or not. Hope you Romans enjoyed my 126 episodes on the series. As I said, if there is more stuff coming out, if there's an update or a DLC or whatever, you will see me playing this game again and I'll pick it back up in episode 127. If it turns out that this was the actual final update to the game, then this is going to be it. And this is going to be the final episode on this series forever. So, 126 is the benchmark. Let's see if I can make another series on my channel that can surpass 126. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you've enjoyed the series as well. Be sure to click the like button and show your support on the channel if you've liked the stuff that I've created. And be sure to subscribe to help the channel grow. Anyway, hope you Romans enjoyed everything, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later, Romans. Ave.